You have PCOS, and would you love to see your body have regular cycles, regular ovulation, and get pregnant? If that's you, then I am so glad you're here because this podcast is created exactly for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Potter, and I am your host here at the PCOS Fertility Health Podcast, and I want to give you a warm welcome today. We are talking about a very important topic. Perhaps you have even heard from your doctor before. Well, look, we've ran some labs and everything looks fine. So your next step is to go forward for an IVF consult. And you're sitting there thinking, okay, but if my labs are fine, why do I still have irregular periods? Why can I not get pregnant yet? Shouldn't 2 plus 2 equal 4? And that's where you're at. You want to figure out what is going on in your body to be able to turn those things around so that your body's working as it's supposed to be. Because yes, you see pregnancy in your future, but you want to get pregnant when you feel really healthy and when your body is responding and you're seeing these positive changes, right? We are talking about this important topic today, really hashing through, okay, well, why are doctors telling you that your labs are fine even when your body is not feeling fine? And talk through the 3 most common reasons that I see that people like yourself are told that your labs are fine. And then by the end, I'll share with you one single most important next step that you can take if you're tired of getting information like that and you want to do something different, something that will support your body to have regular cycles naturally. If you are a new listener, welcome. I want to extend a warm welcome to you and know that you are here in a very cool community of women who are dynamic and smart and committed to their health. And so if you're new here, we are thrilled to have you join us today. If you are loving this podcast and you want to support it, you can go over to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review or simply tell your friends about it. All right. 2 plus 2 should equal 4, right? If your labs are fine, you should have regular cycles. But here you are, you have irregular cycles, you haven't been able to get pregnant, so something should be showing up on your labs. And yet when you go in to see your doctor and they run labs, they're telling you, oh, everything looks fine. We don't know what to do for you. You need to move forward to an IVF consult. And that's just really confusing information for you. And if you're struggling with thinking, well, why am I so confused? If my doctor is telling me this, why is it that I am still thinking something's missing here? Well, if you're thinking in that way and you're being told this kind of information, you're exactly right. Yes, there is a missing link there. There is something that is getting completely missed for you. Here's the thing. You cannot have PCOS and have irregular cycles and have problems getting pregnant and have normal labs all at the same time. That does not exist together. Even if you aren't trying to get pregnant, you can't have PCOS and regular labs at the same time. If you have PCOS, you already know that. And you already know, because it's your body, that you're having all these irregular periods and your doctor is telling you that your labs are fine. You know that there is a complete disconnect there because you cannot have PCOS and irregular periods without something showing up on your labs, because there has got to be at the very least, one hormone that's off. There has got to be some reason why your egg quality isn't developing as it's supposed to be. There is something on your labs. We just have to figure it out. So on that note, what are these top 3 reasons why you've been told that your labs are fine when your body doesn't feel fine? Well, number 1 is that what I see from the countless number of women who are showing up for PCOS fertility breakthrough sessions, who are working with me, and that is that the right labs just haven't been ordered yet. When somebody is calling me to talk about their situation, right? In that PCOS Fertility Breakthrough Session, we talk through labs a little bit, and I get a brief overview of what labs have been done so far, or very, in the last year. That's a decent amount of time to see updated labs. And so often, I would say 9.5 times out of 10, I am talking to women who give me a list of the labs that they've had done, and it is nowhere near the level of labs that you want to have to just get the bare minimum picture of what's going on with your hormones. I see women who have had basic blood counts, which are, good tests to have, but that is a basic blood test that anyone who is going into the doctor for a blood test is usually going to get. It's just basic information. And, maybe they have a vitamin D level, maybe they have an estrogen level. But those labs coming in with a set like that is very minimal information to be able to say, well, here's what's creating your irregular cycles. Here's why you don't have regular cycles. Here's why you're having trouble getting pregnant. Just a couple of labs, not looking at full hormone panels, as in looking at progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, LH, FSH, not looking complete at the thyroid, right? A lot of women just have their TSH levels taken, which is the main thyroid hormone. It's the number one test looked at thyroid function. But it is just one little piece of the puzzle when looking at thyroid health. And it leaves out some big missing questions when that is the only test that's looked at for thyroid health and for fertility health. And so reason number one that you have been told that your labs are fine, yet your body is not reacting fine, is that you just simply haven't gotten the right information, the right labs ordered yet, that's going to give you this picture of what's going on with your body that's creating your irregular cycles, that's contributing to your PCOS, that's leading to you not being able to ovulate on a consistent basis. So you just don't have that information yet. Reason number two that you have been told that your labs are fine, and yet you still have irregular cycles, is that the labs that you've had ordered have not been interpreted from a fertility perspective. Here's the thing with labs and reference ranges. Many labs, not all, but many labs and many of the fertility labs, that standard reference range, which is what your results are compared to when they get sent into the lab, they will compare them to that standard reference range. That is typically just an average of what they see people coming in with. So that reference range was come up with based on the average of what other people results are in their labs. It's not based off of optimal results. And so not all doctors are trained in reading lab results from a fertility perspective. Perhaps you've gone in with a list of labs that you asked your doctor to run for you, and it was a pretty comprehensive list. Or perhaps your doctor is really dialed in with taking this nice holistic picture of your health, and you've got this good list of labs. And if you're in that situation and your doctor is still saying, well, gosh, nothing is out of range here. Everything looks really good to me. We don't know what else to do. That just means that they aren't looking at your puzzle from a fertility perspective. They aren't seeing the patterns or the deficiencies that are there, but aren't popping up because they fit in the standard reference range, but they don't fit in the fertility reference range, the optimal fertility reference range, the reference range that you want to be in order to start seeing results, in order to start actually seeing your body start moving forward to having regular periods. So if you're in that situation where you have this good list of labs, but your doctor is not seeing things, they're still telling you that everything looks fine, you have to be thinking, well, this doesn't fit together. And I want to get to the root cause of what's causing my irregular periods. And so you'll want to take those results and get a second opinion or a third opinion to really understand, okay, what are my labs telling me from a fertility perspective? And the third reason that you are told that your labs are fine and yet you still have irregular cycles is because you're stuck on this fertility care conveyor belt. It's not your fault. You are being proactive. You are showing up at the doctor. You are going and you're wanting to see results and you're wanting to see changes in your body. But you are stuck in this conveyor belt of fertility care. Here's what that conveyor belt looks like. You show up at your doctor. They order a couple of tests. They tell you, everything's fine. Let's just move forward to a medicated cycle. You go on 3, maybe 5 medicated cycles. You even try an IUI. Nothing changes. And your doctor says, look, we've done all that we can. The next step is going forward for an IVF consult. Here's the referral for you. It's this step forward pushing you through along the conveyor belts, not taking the time to consider, well, what's going on for you as a unique person? And this is happening so commonly, this conveyor belt of fertility care. So many women are stuck on it. When you're just moving forward step by step in the fertility process and medicated cycle after medicated cycle, and then just moving forward to IVF. Now, none of those therapies are bad. They are so helpful for many families. But the issue is if you're being moved forward on that conveyor belt, when at the beginning, you didn't first get evaluated for all of these different deficiencies and hormones to understand, well, what was showing up for you? What hormones are out of balance for you? What other issues are going on that's creating your irregular cycles? What's leading to your blood sugar swings throughout the day? And taking this holistic view of who you are as a person to then set up a treatment plan that supports your body, that's specific to fertility, but fits you and your individualized needs. Imagine getting that kind of a fertility care plan and supporting your body with that. And then maybe at some point you're thinking, gosh, I'm seeing all these results with my body, but I'm still not pregnant yet. So yeah, maybe I'll try a medicated cycle. But you're going into that medicated cycle with a kick-ass fertility nutrition plan where you are just nourishing your body and you are feeling really good with your energy. You are replenishing fertility-specific nutrients. You are supporting your hormones and you have gotten to a place where your cycles are regular and you are seeing ovulation happen on most every cycle, and your sleep is good, and you've lost a little weight, and you're feeling good, but yet you're not pregnant yet, then try a medicated cycle. Do you see how that all comes together? Marching forward on the conveyor belt of fertility care, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to get you anywhere because there is no magic pill that opens up fertility for everyone. If there were, you would be pregnant by now. You and I would not be here talking. Anyone who wanted to get pregnant would be pregnant by now. So IVF is not the golden ticket. Yes, it is so helpful, but it's not the golden ticket. And when you are able to nourish your body and support your hormones and set up this fertile environment in your body first, sure, you could see what opens up naturally for you. I certainly have clients in my practice who get pregnant naturally. But if you still need help, imagine how much better that IVF is going to work than if you were just moving forward step by step on that conveyor belt of fertility care without getting this individualized attention to your needs. And if you find yourself stuck on that conveyor belt, if you reflect back to the past 6 months or year of the fertility care that you've gotten, and you're thinking, yeah, I showed up to my doctor after I tried for a year and couldn't get pregnant, and showed up to my doctor and they ran just a couple of tests. They told me that all I could do was get on a medicated cycle. Maybe they offered birth control first, maybe they offered metformin first, but really they were saying, we got to get you on a medicated cycle. And if you've just tried medicated cycle after medicated cycle and here you are, those didn't work, and your doctor says the only way forward is through IVF. If you want other answers, if you want to know, well, what is your body showing you that it needs to get to a place where you're able to have regular cycles? If you want to be seeing these results, moving step by step forwards towards pregnancy, so you're not only optimizing your fertility, but you're also feeling healthy and knowing that you're setting your body up for a healthy pregnancy, if that's where you want to be, then your first step is to book a free PCOS Fertility Breakthrough Session. And this is the first step that all clients who are working with me, where they start. The women who are starting to see regular cycles, who are getting positive ovulation tests after not having any positive ovulation tests for years. The women who are getting pregnant, this is where they start. And you can take that first step too. You can sign up at drangelapotter.com/PCOS. And this is a time for you and I to talk one-on-one. And we will talk about, what are these missing links for you? What is keeping you stuck? And most importantly, we will talk about the single most important thing that you can do to move forward to optimize your fertility based on what's showing up throughout your fertility journey. I can help you with that. So sign up for one of those today. I would be thrilled to talk with you. As we wrap up here today, I want to remind you that this podcast is for informational purposes only, and it should not replace the advice that you are currently getting from your doctor. If nobody else has told you this today, I want to be the one to tell you that I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to figure out what is that missing link that's keeping you from having regular periods, from seeing positive ovulation, from getting pregnant. And I believe in you able to figure that out for your body and see the best results that you're looking for. I'll see you right back here next week.